What's going on, Dolphins? It's your boy Dillon. I know I just made a video, but I wanted to make another one quick because I do got some additional updates since that video. Also, the articles that I wanted to read, the short articles that I wanted to read in the last video, I forgot because I'm a dumbass. Although, in my defense, I'm just going to blame it on the weed because I'm hella high right now. So, anyway. So I'm gonna get those to you really quick because I want you to guys have all the information in the full context. Anyway, but starting though with the updates. First and foremost, Albert Wilson and Rashad Jones are officially out of the game for Sunday. So we lose two of our most talented players on the team, two of our veterans, so that sucks. They're both dealing with injuries. Also, I have gotten the petition started. It is officially up. I did actually put it in the description box of my last video. I'm going to put it in the description box of this video and the description box of all my future videos because I'm going to be talking about it a lot. I'm going to be pushing it. So look for that. Sign the petition if you're definitely, down with the things that I gotta say, and if you're on the same page as me, get up in there, because the only way, look man, because I don't want to wait. Let's also note that in this whole Minkah Fitzpatrick drama, that Stephen Ross wasn't really happy with the pick of Minkah Fitzpatrick. He wanted a quarterback, right? So, because he's all hyper focused on the quarterback thing too, and part of the reason why he can't make good sound football decisions, anyway. So I'm not trying to get off on a tangent, but anyway, the petition is up. Just wanted to point that out though, so let's not forget about that. But the petition is up, so if you guys are on the same page as me and you want to see some change and some action, sooner rather than later, this is probably the best way to do it. I'm poor, I don't have money, so there's no way that I could influence it in any kind of way like that. But petitions are free, man, and they're people powered. So if you guys, for anybody on board with this, let's grow it. I'm gonna keep it, going and growing with my channel. So, the more people that sign it, the more power it has. Yeah, so let me go ahead and just go ahead and give you these articles then. The first one is from Bleacher Report, entitled Minkah Fitzpatrick focused on Dolphins matchup with Patriots amid trade rumors by Tim Daniels. Miami Dolphins safety Minkah Fitzpatrick said Friday he's trying to avoid letting trade rumors become a distraction ahead of the team's Week 2 game against the AFC East rival New England Patriots. And again, so I mentioned that's good, and of course he's got to say these things. It is important, and it is good for him to go out and always put his best foot forward. But if he was to protest in some sort of way, I certainly would have his back, because I understand that too. But it is good that but the kid, the work ethic he has, he's gonna do that. So on Thursday, ESPN's Chris Mortensen reported the Dolphins gave Fitzpatrick and his agent, Joel Segal, an opportunity to seek potential trade partners, but so far teams have been hesitant because Miami's asking price includes a first-round draft pick. It's a little frustrating, but I have to shift my focus to what's important. And again, like I said, there's got to be a little bit of that in the back of his mind, throughout this week and going into this game and stuff at the very least. But it is, it shows that his character, that he's gonna, he's still gonna go out there and give it his all and everything. Fitzpatrick said, per Safi Dean of the South Florida Sun-Sentinel, I can't focus on the trade talks and everything else like that. I have to focus on the Patriots, my teammates, my coaches, and this week's game plan. The 22-year-old University of Alabama product, whom the Dolphins selected with the 11th overall pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, has grown unhappy with a role that's included playing multiple positions in the defensive backfield within the same game, per Mortensen. Fitzpatrick tallied 6 total tackles in Miami's 59-10 blowout loss to the Baltimore Ravens in Week 1. He finished his rookie season with 80 tackles, 9 passes defensed, and 2 interceptions, including one he returned for a touchdown against the Minnesota Vikings. In August, he defended his mother, Melissa Fitzpatrick, after she made a Twitter post about her son being miscast as a strong safety during his second NFL training camp. Yeah, So her tweet is, no, you would never, she replied to Omar Kelly, who said, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but Minkah Fitzpatrick isn't playing well. She said, no, you would never want to do that. Maybe it's because he is not a strong safety and is being used to suit other people's skill set, not his own. But let's just keep ripping him because we know it breaks your heart to do that. She's keeping it real, man. But he said that she wasn't wrong, right? She's being honest and saying how she feels. There's nothing wrong with it. The 2017 Chuck Bednarik Award winner told reporters, I wish you would address me first, but talk to me first, but it happens. But it is what it is. She feels very strongly. He added, she's not wrong. Coaches asked me to do something right now. I got to do what they asked me to do. If we have to have some discussions in the future, we'll have those discussions. The 2019, and that's why I said, for him, it can't just be, I guarantee it also plays into the fact that, this coach is being a deceitful ass, the fucking obvious and blatant, brazenness of the fact that they're not trying to win at all, right? All of that stuff. So it's got to be, because he's a smart kid. So to me, and he seems to me I don't know him personally, so I'm obviously speculating, but he does seem like a smart, logical kid. And so to me, I feel like he's putting all this together and he's like, man, this is not where I want to be. The 2019 NFL trade deadline is scheduled for October 29th at 4 p.m. Eastern. That's one day after the Dolphins play on Monday Night Football in Week 8 against the Pittsburgh Steelers in what could be a final audition for Fitzpatrick if he's still looking for a trade out of Miami. For now, he'll remain a key piece of the Dolphins defense, though it'll be interesting to see whether his concerns lead to a more consistent role against Tom Brady and the high-powered Patriots. Apparently he is going to have a major role, but we'll obviously have to see how they do use him and then obviously how this game goes. Because, it's things overall in this organization are not going to get any better if we get our asses handed to us again, which I think is highly likely. Anyway, this next article comes from Pro Football Talk. Dolphins descend further into dysfunction. Is by Mike Florio. Again, he's a highly respected, reporter and analyst in the biz. Let's see. And, I don't always agree with him, but I think he does often make really good points. Usually a player receives permission to seek a trade because he wants a new contract. Dolphins defensive back Minkah Fitzpatrick can't get one until after the 2020 season. Fitzpatrick reportedly has received permission to look for a new team for one reason only. He wants out. Whether that's because of how he's used or whether he believes the team has adopted an NBA-style trust the process tanking posture, or both, he wants out. The question now becomes whether someone wants Fitzpatrick and whether they'll make the Dolphins an offer they'll accept. In the interim, it's clear, as reported on Sunday, the players don't want to be around for a full season of strategic sucking, especially when it's unclear whether they'll be around for the payoff. That's absolutely correct. Also, real quick, Doug was saying that, he doesn't know if Fitzpatrick will stick around or not. My bet is at some point, Fitzpatrick will no longer be a Dolphin, unfortunately. Whether it's because he gets traded this year, I don't know this. I don't know if it's going to end up being this year or maybe at the end of his rookie contract or what. But at some point, my guess is Minkah Fitzpatrick in the near future, the not so distant future, will no longer be a Miami Dolphin because I don't think things are going to get any better, and I think he's just going to continue to want to get out enough to the point where eventually he does. As Peter King pointed out earlier this week on Pro Football Talk Live, football entails too many physical demands to expect players to go along with an effort to take a step backward in the hopes of eventually taking multiple steps forward. But the problem is it's like 10 steps back in hopes that we're going to take like 2 or 3 steps forward. Like, that's ridiculous. Right? Like, and I'll even be fair, 2 or 3 steps forward a year. We're taking 10 steps back now, hoping that next year we'll take like 2 or 3. But then if it takes 2 or 3 steps a season, well, then it's going to take us like 3 years to even get back to neutral, before, and like Stephen Ross, 2 or 3 years before we could even be competitive. I don't want that. Who the fuck wants that? The players don't want that. Anyway, where was I? Let's see. And there's a huge difference between inserting backups in the final weeks of a lost season when the draft order value of going 3-13 versus 5-11 far outweighs the impact of a couple of additional losses on a lost season and entering week 1 with a sometimes you've got to take your lumps mentality and treating the playoffs as a mathematical impossibility weeks before it is. Or in other words, before the season even starts, right? So that's why somebody asked me before even game 1, they were like, oh, what, you want to have him fired before he's even played a game? Well, look what he's doing. He has consciously, him and Greer have consciously made the decision to be as bad as possible before the first game was even played. So yeah, not even mentioning all the rest of the stuff that I take issue with, right? But yes, so, and then all of this is, you know, just adding to it. Of course, if the goal is to be as bad as possible, which it is, maybe it makes sense to keep Fitzpatrick around. By denying the request of him and others to get out of Miami, nothing says number 1 overall draft pick by a level of dysfunction that makes it even harder to win many or any games. I mean, this shit is off the wall. Anyway, that's all I got for you for this one, guys. I just wanted to give you those updates, read those articles because I was an idiot and I didn't. And I want you to have the full context and all of the information. So I'm going to get up out of here. I hope you guys enjoy my videos. If you do, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the bell if you want to get the alerts. Leave your questions, comments, and concerns down in the comment section. And of course, as always, make sure you follow me on Twitter at Dillon Tartaro. And with that, I am out. I'll see y'all soon. Fins up.